We talking about this first story coming from ESPN.com. ESPN obtained the results of the NFL Players Association's 2026 report cards, an annual survey that grades franchises from A+ to F- on everything from ownership to treatment of families. Per the survey results obtained by ESPN, this year's report cards are based on responses from 1,759 players. All players who were on a 2025 roster at the time of the survey, they were eligible to participate. And it was conducted from November 2nd to December 11, 2025. All right? So, obviously, there's 32 teams. I'm not going to go through all of them. You can see some of the grades on the green screen behind us. These are actual grades from the 2025 season. Now, I'm not going to go through all of them, but a couple things that did stand out to me, right? There were some teams who got not only Fs, but F- in some areas. So, one thing that a lot of teams graded F or F- on was home game field. The teams that gave their teams, or the players that gave their teams Fs or F- on their grades for their home game field, not the players, but the teams that got an F or F-, Buffalo Bills, Carolina Panthers, New York Giants, New York Jets, Pittsburgh Steelers, Seattle Seahawks, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Tennessee Titans all received either an F or F- on home game field on the 2025 NFLPA report card. I'm assuming or guessing that this is where football players complain about the artificial turf or the grass, or I think they want actual natural grass nowadays. They can't do the actual turf that the new fields have. So I would assume that. I also noticed that a lot of those teams that gave their franchises Fs or F- on home game field a lot of them are on the East Coast, Buffalo Bills, Carolina Panthers, New York Giants, New York Jets, Pittsburgh Steelers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tennessee Titans. And then you got Seattle Seahawks. That's the only West Coast team, which I'm a little surprised about considering, the atmosphere with the fans is different from the actual field. So that's why I'm like, maybe it's an actual field thing that they're doing. But anyway, that was interesting. That's one thing that stood out to me. Another thing that stood out to me that two teams got voted an F or F- on was treatment of families. Cincinnati Bengals got an F-, Pittsburgh Steelers got an F as well. In regards to treatment of your family, you saying that they are not treating your family right. Like whether they're traveling or giving them a suite or whatever, they ain't gonna treat your mama, your daddy, your kids right? Oh, bro, that's kind of tough. And those teams, Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. That was interesting as well. Now, one thing that they said weighed the most, 15% of the weighted average amongst all these different sections, was team ownership. There's one team that gave their team ownership an F, and that was the Arizona Cardinals. They gave their owner an F. And they also gave their locker room an F-, which is another thing. Arizona Cardinals locker room F-, team ownership F. Now, we can already see that the Arizona Cardinals, one of the worst teams in the NFL in this recent season. And, if it's starting at the top, the ownership, this kind of reflects that. So, Arizona Cardinals were going through some stuff in regards to, their team and not, having some Kyler Murray and quarterback issues leading to a sorry season. But then they also got ownership that none of the players are liking, averaging an F. So that's interesting. That's something to look out for. Once again, you can see the grades on the green screen behind me. But that was something to look out for. And another, like I said, locker room that gave an F-. Another team that gave their locker room an F or F- was the Pittsburgh Steelers. F-. Speaking of the Pittsburgh Steelers, they have the most Fs amongst any of the team. F's or F's minus. Pittsburgh Steelers treatment of families, F. Home game feel, F minus. Locker room, F minus. Team travel, F. The players don't like none of the stuff that's going on in Pittsburgh right now. And it's interesting because this is Mike Tomlin's franchise. Historic franchise, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tomlin, who's no longer the coach there now, and was the coach at the time of this. It's interesting now. The things that he actually can probably manage would be the locker room, if anything. But I don't know if they're great in locker room on like the energy amongst the players and their camaraderie in the locker room, or if they're saying like the actual locker room sucks. Like we've dealt with better locker rooms as visitors at different, you know what I'm saying, different teams and different stadiums. And you're giving your home locker room an F minus. So Pittsburgh Steelers seem like they got a lot of work to do in regards to their franchise. Treatment of families, F. You're not treating my family right. It's hard to be here, fam. Home game field, F minus. Locker room, F minus, and team travel. What y'all got them traveling on? Spirit Airlines? Like, what kind of stuff is going on? That's something that we need to be wary of. For a franchise, historically, I mean, a winning franchise, technically, statistically, maybe this is the reason why they can't get over the hump as of recently, because the franchise isn't doing enough for the players. Maybe. Then you got the Seattle Seahawks, also ranked an F in home game field and team travel. Now, this is a team that just won the Super Bowl. It's the same year, just won the Super Bowl and gave their home game field and team travel an F. Now, Seattle's stadium, from what I'm hearing, the rumor is that the crowd is the 12th man. They are loud. They affect the game. Away teams usually can't even hear their play calling. It's that type of thing going on. We still live? All right, I'm just checking. All right, yeah. So anyway, it's a lot going on with Seattle as well. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tennessee Titans, all F minuses in home game field. Jets, Giants, home game field. That was their only complaint. New England Patriots, F in team travel. Then the Cincinnati. I want to get to the Cincinnati Bengals as well. Back to them. Food and dining, F minus. And nutrition dietitian, F. This should be solved with a quick boom. Fire the chef, fire the nutritionist and dietitian, and get somebody else. Clean that up. Now, that's also interesting because this is it's a thin line between choice and I guess free will or whatever the case may be. Because food and dining and nutrition, okay, yeah, if the food sucks, I get it. But I'm pretty sure y'all got enough money to, I don't know, get your own food, own diets with it. Now, don't get me wrong. I would be eating at work too if you got food there. I'm the type to eat there too. But I do want to also say, fix this. I do also want to say, y'all got to get the fixing the food and the diet at work. That should be easy as getting another chef and getting another dietitian. So the Bengals, I think they have an easy fix. Buffalo Bills, they say they don't like their field, and Carolina Panthers. That's pretty much it. My Detroit Lions, GPA, their grade average like a 3.2 or 3 something. It's on the chart behind us. It's on the green screen. You can see it. But I want you to check out the link in our description on YouTube and let me know what you think. How did your team score in regards to GPA overall grades in certain sections? Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show, 313-466-4386.